sonic art, touching souls, a brand new start. Rock and interview, stories shared, chill hangouts, no time spared. From soulful whispers to a roaring sound, music unites on hallowed ground. All things music, a vibrant call for one and all to give their all in this sanctuary where dreams ignite. Music's power burning bright. Rock and interview, stories shared, chill hangouts, no time spared. From soulful whispers to a roaring sound, music unites on hallowed ground. Glick house of music, a place to be for every heart, wild and free. Music's embrace, forever strong, a symphony of life all night long.
Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know how well y'all can see me. If you've seen the chatters box, obviously, typical Tuesday night, all hell's breaking loose, and nothing wants to fucking work properly. That's Glick's House of Music in a nutshell. But at the end of the day, we always manage. Anywho, hey, if you're not already, you guys know the drill. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. io.link/nonsensical network. We're mixing it up tonight. With that being said, I got my man Blaze in the building. What up?
What is up, everyone?
Rocking the nonsensical network hat.
I hope y'all not tired of seeing my face around here.
What to say? You've been a busy guy.
I am. I know. I streamed this morning, streaming tonight. I'm taking tomorrow off, of course. I don't do Wednesdays. Thursday morning, Thursday night. I think I'm gonna do Book of Blaze in chapter 1, Nihilism. And of course, Friday we got Nonsense and Chill. And of course, Saturday I won't be there. And then next Tuesday. So yeah. A little bit. I will be and should be back this Tuesday. Saturday. I've had the last 2 Saturdays off. So I'm itching to get back in the driver's seat of nonsensical nonsense. Shout out to Rocky a couple weeks ago. He did a takeover when we were all at Michael's wedding and just fucking killed it. And the panel was awesome. And then last week, the training wheels were ripped off by Blaze, and Britt was stuck to host. But shout out to our good friends for coming in and jumping on the panel very quick, very early. And I believe Rocky even came in and kind of slid into the driver's seat to help out Saturday night. So, but I'll be back this Saturday night. Tomorrow night I won't be there. I was planning on it, but my daughter has homecoming pep rally. So the marching band has to be there, and they're doing their thing, and I got to go pick her up about the time we're supposed to be starting the show. So that'll be Michael and Britt tomorrow doing Wild Card Wednesday. So it's going to be a quiet week for me, except for Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, I have no idea what they're doing tomorrow. I asked Michael, and he hasn't a clue. I guess it's not his week to make the decision.
Yeah, I have no idea. Brittany said she wanted to do something with music, but then she was afraid to because I do this show. And I said, Britt, if you want to do something with music, do something with music. It's your call. So I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not privy to those things. So which is fine.
Fair enough.
But no, so it's been a little hot minute since Blaze and I've been in here on a Tuesday night doing Glick and Blaze's mixtape. talking all things music and hanging out. I do have music that we'll play as well tonight. Maybe if everything will. Hey, it worked! Yay! Finally, the interwebs are catching up. So yeah, tonight we've dabbled on this subject before, Blaze, and we've kind of tiptoed around it. But I wanted to dive into a little bit, and music. And I got into this conversation with J Dog last week. Came out of left field, man. Came right out the door swinging, talking about his twin brother.
Dude, that was some. That was some deep shit there at the beginning, man. He went full.
I did not expect it, but I appreciated it because I tell people this is not your typical interview show. I want these musicians to come up, and I want you guys to get a sense of who they are as people, and what drives them, and what pushes them to be good and be successful. And that man came out the gate was not holding any punches back. It was just like, well, how do I go from here? But with that being said, and he brought it up even last Tuesday, we talked about it. Music affects us, our mood, our mental state, or depending upon our mood or our mental state, it affects what type of music we listen to. And I'd kind of like to dive into that a little bit. I've stated many times I like to go on drives sometime to clear my head. Usually I'm listening to a little Jason Aldean. If I'm angry, I like me some gangster rap. If I'm angry, like some old school Pac, maybe some DMX, maybe some like Tech Nine, something like that. I'm angry. I'm allowed to be angry, and it also hypes me up at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yes, I tend to use music to get away from some emotions, like the aggressiveness when I'm feeling aggro, like I'm driving and I'm on a road full of idiots and I don't want to get road rage, so I'll turn it to something a little bit more uplifting, mood changing, nothing aggressive because because music can influence our emotions, especially if we're already feeling a certain way. Absolutely.
No, 100%. And I agree with you. Sometimes when I'm on the freeway dealing with idiots, I have a tendency to put something a little bit more happy, so to say. As I'm pretending like I have the power of telekinesis and I'm flipping cars off of the freeway out of my way.
I got a playlist on Spotify. It's nothing but stoner music, and there's one song on there that I put on there. It was shortly after, it was when I was going through my divorce and stuff. It's a sad pot song, and it's on there still, and I'm like way past that part of my life. So every time it pops up, I'm hitting the skip button and trying to get past it. And it's like, I need to stop, go through that. It's a lot of songs on that. Go through and find it and delete it and take it off of it. But I also have another one that that I'm currently building. I think it has like 3 songs, which will be my anti-establishment, fuck off kind of music. Like it's gonna be aggressive. It's gonna be aggressive hip hop, aggressive punk, and shit like that. Yeah.
When you're in the woods, and we all know it's no big secret you like to go on your wilderness adventures. What type of music do you listen to when you're out there?
Honestly, I really don't listen to music. So there is my generic trail that I'll go to just to keep my legs stretched, and it's like asphalt. I do go off the asphalt most of the times, but there's a lot of asphalt because it's like a city park. I will wear headphones because the steel plant's near. I don't want to hear all the steel mill fucking shit going on, so I put my music on. But when I'm out hiking, and I'm out in nature, I usually don't have a signal to begin with. And I do have like 1-2 playlists downloaded that I can just listen to, but I don't because I want to hear everything around me, the nature, the birds, the deers trotting through the forest, just whatever. So when I'm out in the woods in that capacity, I don't listen to music. I really don't. So yeah. The The music that I'm there to listen to is like nature's music.
Nature's music.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know that sounds
a little
pretty
Snow
gay,
White
but
out there, huh?
yeah.
Little-
It does sound Snow Whitish, but I'm a dude like that. I like going out and enjoying the full experience of nature. When I'm out there, I don't like to ruin it with music. Not that music will ruin, but in that moment, my mood or where I'm at is about touching grass, and that
yeah,
means physically, that means scent, that means hearing, that means visually, and everything. So
I get that.
nature has its own music.
I mean, you know where I'm at. You know, I live in town, but I'm kind of tucked away, and I still get all the sounds of night, the critters at night. And sometimes I like to just go sit on the patio and enjoy the nature's music, as you said. You know, then there's other times where I want to sit out on the patio and enjoy a nice night and listen to music. You know, while I'm partaking in the outside ambience. Is that the right word? You're smarter than I am.
Yeah. Ambiance works. Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to sound all fancier and sophisticated over here.
Don't doubt yourself, man. Don't doubt yourself. You're good. Good.
But I know, like when I go to the gym, it's usually Blacktop Mojo-esque style music. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, and anybody who's been listening long enough knows that I'm a huge fan of Blacktop Mojo. They should know who Blacktop Mojo is by now. But
I would like to see them back up here. I like those cats.
They were just up here not too long ago, and I was really sad that I missed it because they put on a great fucking show. But Matt says they do try to get up here as often as they can, and they would.
No, I mean like on Glick's House of Music.
Yeah, God, I would love to get those guys on here. Mm-hmm. They are so damn busy. And I'm happy for them, though. I'm really happy for them because, you know, I've been a fan for as long as I have. I've watched this journey and I've watched them grow as a band, and it's been amazing. But I will one day. I will get them back on. That's a goal. That is a goal of mine. No, I mean, it's kind of when if I'm going to the gym, that's what I got in my ears because you gotta have music on at the gym. There's too much other distractions and noises and stuff like that. But it's one of those things where it's kind of even keel, where it doesn't put you in a mood of any sorts, but it's just perfect for get in, do your gym thing, do your workout, and get the fuck on down the road because I don't need to be in the gym any longer than I need to.
You want to hear something funny about the gym music and my unfavorite actor, The Rock? Here's something funny. Like there was a time I used to go to the gym long time ago, back when I was in the force, in the military, Air Force, in the force. I would go to the gym because I had to maintain some sort of fucking non-fatness, which I always struggle. It's funny. I struggled more with my weight while I was in than I ever did when I'm out. It's crazy.
Huh.
Anyway,
it's
stress. It's stress and depression and stuff. It was a weird career for me. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to go there. That's not my point. Anyway, so I listen to a lot of Tech Nine, and Tech Nine's got a lot of those aggressive songs and shit. Fucking, you know who else listens to fucking Tech Nine while he's at the gym? The Rock. The Rock came out years ago. Huh?
He's a huge Tech fan.
He is like Tech. Some years ago, Tech fucking released it that Rock listens to shit because somehow it just came out, and I was like, "Motherfucker, that's some."
I'm never listening to Tech Nine again.
No. Rock's a horrible actor, but I like his taste in music. So I mean,
terrible actor, great taste in music, huh?
yeah. You know, I give credit where credit's due. You know,
I could agree with you on that. You and I definitely agree on The Rock's acting chops. You know? But
now, not just music helps set the mood or change your mood or elevate your emotions. Unable to transfer files. What wasn't trying to transfer any files, computer. What are you talking about? Anywho, back to there's also the running. When I was running, I would listen to songs that I could keep a pace with, that I didn't have to like count in my head or look at my watch, because you had to. I wanted to make
Oh
sure I
yeah.
made my time, but I want to make sure I wasn't coming in first place. I had no motivation.
Mhm.
So I'd pick a song that I can just like run to and keep that rhythm, and it just keeps me focused. Boom, 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 boom. So, I mean, music is just a tool for all sorts of facets.
I think that's what I do. It goes, the music I listen to when I'm working out goes with my pace. I never realized
Fuck
that.
you too.
Hey, I can't be mad at this guy. His name is You Suck. I'm going to tell you, and he told us.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'd like to be mad at you, but at least you're mad at your or
Hey.
woman, they, them, whatever your pronouns are. but no, yeah, I think that's the style of music I listen to. I never thought about that. It kind of goes with my pace, my flow, how I work out. Because I'm not in there going like extra hard or anything. I'm just kind of doing my thing. I ain't got nobody to go in there, and I'm not gym bro, who's going to go in there and walk around the gym for 2 hours and lift up 5 pounds a couple times.
Dude, I know we're talking about music and emotions and whatnot, but back in the day when I hit the gym hard, I was on that creatine and that fake fucking steroid shit. And Andrew something started with an A. It was it was crazy, dude. This was in Alaska. That was my meathead days. I was a meathead. I'm not gonna lie.
I would love to see Meathead Blaze.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. No, you would not want to see Meathead Blaze. Meathead Blaze is not a good person. So, oh man.
I just can't picture that at all. Knowing you like I know you, I just couldn't picture that at all. That would be wild.
I was lifting weights and hanging out with strippers at that time of my life.
Sounds like a frat bro. Gym bro, frat bro.
Alaska, man.
Was this before or after the Juggalo phase?
This was probably like at the height of it almost. Yeah, this is definitely into it. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh yeah, man. Some of those strippers were down with that shit, dude. They were freaky. They were into that kind of shit. So.
Music, strip clubs, they go together. You don't want a stripper on the pole on the floor dancing to something sad and mopey.
That's a good point, man. Some of those songs those strippers pick, man, they do influence. Could probably help influence the flow of money toward their way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because especially if they're feeling it. Motley Crue always seems to be a winner. I don't know why.
After I found out that strippers usually pick their own music, it's like when a stripper would pick a song that I like, I would give them I would tip extra. I would be like, cool song too. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you talk about music influencing you right there.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
like, wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan. Wrestlers theme music. If a wrestler has a kick-ass theme music, you're gonna get hyped when that music hits. Like back in the day, Stone Cold. As soon as you heard that glass break, you knew somebody was getting their ass whooped. Or football stadiums. We were talking about football stadiums. They a lot of college football stadiums and NFL have traditions. Michigan does Mr. Brightside in the fourth quarter, and the entire stadium sings and dances along. Pittsburgh Steelers do Renegade, I think, in the third or fourth quarter, and it gets the fans hyped up and gets them behind. What's up, Brett? It gets them behind the team. So there's that influence right there. Music playing a key role in everything, sports, entertainment. We'll go entertainment. Our lives,
And there are times where I'll hear a song that I haven't heard in a while. It brings me. It's sort of like it's like a memory time machine. It'll bring you back to a specific time in your life and the emotions that were attached to that time in that song. There's some songs that I relate to some of my love interests in the past that I'll hear. I'm like, man, I wonder how that woman's doing, or just something like that. It just brings back
Yeah.
like a happy memory. It can bring back a bad memory too, but most times it's music in me is usually related to happy times. So,
Yeah. No, I think everybody, I think everybody can say there's that one song that takes you back to like high school puppy love or something like that, something goofy like that.
yeah,
And you're instantly transported right back to like the 8th grade dance. You knew the smell, you could smell the smells and
yep.
everything all over again. It really kind of hits that. I don't know what part of the brain that would be in that it really kind of triggers.
I could probably look that up, but I'm not really worried about that. But now that I'm thinking about it, the song "I Would Do Anything for Love" by Meatloaf, I think that's the name of the song, reminds me of my 13-year-old crush when I lived in Texas. She lived in town over. My God, she had legs on her. So long ago. I wonder how she's doing now.
Have a good night, Bert. Yeah, right. I wonder what she's up to. She's gonna go listen to Meatloaf later.
Oh God, no! I'm not a Meatloaf fan anymore, man.
Oh, really?
I
love
just
me some
that one song. Like I know that one song. Like if it's playing, I'll probably sing to it or hum to it or whatnot. Like it's not a bad song. I'm just not a like I'm not that genre of music. I'm not really a huge fan of. At one time in my life, I was, but that was mostly because it was I was influenced by the people who listen to that music. My father.
Yeah.
And shit like that, so.
Absolutely. I mean, as we grow up, man, we're 100% influenced by the adults in our lives. I still listen to some of the music today that I grew up listening to as a kid, just because I'm still a fan. I remember going to my grandma's. Like certain Alabama songs will do that, will trigger those memories. And I remember going to my grandparents' house. My grandma loved Alabama, and it's just like, bang, okay, it takes me back to a certain day or a certain time if I hear an Alabama song.
Nostalgia is for the most part a feeling. What is going on?
I threw them up.
Oh no! My mouse is. I don't know what it is, but StreamYard's, I think, 4K. I think it's on StreamYard tonight, to tell you the truth. I'm starting to think it's StreamYard.
I'm wondering if StreamYard's kind of getting goofy because it obviously went through a recent update, so it might have some little glitches in it that we're bugging through today.
But I do want to point one thing out before I go back on nostalgia. I want to throw this up there. Like, dude, we got a QR code in StreamYard, so you guys hold up your mobile and take a picture of that. It takes us to our bio link. Whatever.
Yeah.
Down there in the opposite corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, nostalgia is an emotion, and music is definitely one of those things that, again, like I'll say, it's like it's a memory time machine. So many, I got so many songs that are associated with so many freaking. What is up, Mandy?
What up, sis?
How are you doing?
No, yeah, there's a lot of those songs. And like I said, it's not always man, there's certain hype music that we used to listen to. You know, I played sports in school. Certain songs take me back to the locker room or the baseball field or something like that, just because we had our hype music before games, after games, practices, workouts, whatever. And it's like, man, to go back
and rallies.
F
rallies and we will rock you.
Yeah. We will rock you. Yeah. It's the final countdown. I swear to God, I heard the final countdown more than I ever wanted to hear in my life.
Right? I'm good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, man, I would love to go back to like 16-year-old Glick, no responsibilities, no no grown up adult bullshit. Just man, I had a good life when I was 16 for the most part. Like damn, those are good old days.
Right. Just
But
driving around, cruising,
right?
flipping burgers at Hardee's. that was my high school job, was flipping burgers at Hardee's.
My
What
high school
song do I have that I can associate with that? Not a goddamn one.
High school, I was working for Kroger's, and it was Montgomery Gentry, Hillbilly Shoes. I think that's the name of the song. Man, we used to jam that shit out in the parking lot all the time. Now that I'm thinking about it, right now, right here in my head, I'm going back to those. Man, we had good times at Kroger's. We had an awesome crew. Like almost all of us were in high school, and we just fucking fucked off most of the time.
Oh yeah.
But that was our jam in the parking lot.
I remember Sublime brings me back to God, we're talking about nostalgia and music now, but when I listen to like 40 Ounces of Freedom, it brings me back. I had a group of friends when I lived in Utah, and we would fucking sit around Matt's fucking room. He had this big, he was proud of this fucking speaker, dude. We were all poor airmen, but he had this big Bose fucking speaker. Those old, like, big ones, like when they were like really, like this was in the late 90s, but I think this one came out like the mid 90s, but it was still like great fucking sound. And we would just sit around that Bose speaker, fucking listen to Sublime, just whatever, mostly Sublime, though, because Matt was from Cali. And I gotta remember that. And his wife, he ended up marrying a woman that when he was deployed, she wanted to learn how to drive stick shift, but didn't want Matt because he was too hot-headed about it. So I taught her. And whenever I hear Alan Jackson, I think of that moment, because Alan Jackson was playing when she almost went over the fucking hill. And it scared the shit out of me. So whenever I hear Alan Jackson, I think almost dying.
I was almost unalive.
Almost dying.
My first job was still close to my boss and saying, hell yeah, kids. I ain't mad at that. What's going on, Sig? Stop by to say, what up?
Hey, Sig, how you doing, man? Sig was our guest this morning on Chronic Contemplations.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, another one of those nostalgia songs, and it's funny because we had that one friend that used to show up to bonfires and always brought his guitar, and we always made fun of him relentlessly. But it never failed. Halfway through the night, when everybody was feeling good, was Garth Brooks, Friends in Low Places, and we all sang along. and he would, and then we were all happy he brought his guitar.
Okay, yeah. So you know how many times I bust balls about country music, not really listening to it. But here's the thing: there was moments in my Air Force career where we're in the bomb bay, or we're on the bomb pad, or we're in the storage, whatever. We're just working. We got the radio going, and a song like that, or like a popular song that played a lot on the radio that you just, even though you don't listen to it, you just know the words.
Yeah,
and everybody just starts singing to it. I don't listen to Garth Brooks, but I'm right there. I got friends, or you're at the bar drinking and shit. Like I'm okay with that, but it's not like my go-to shit. But I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that damn Sweet Caroline song. I mean, who actually likes that song? But you hear it. Of course, you hear it in a bar, and everybody sings along. All the drunks. And it's a good time. Nobody's mad. Nobody's mad at anybody.
I was at college at the height of the Garth Brooks craze. I still cringe at calling Baton Rouge. What? Calling Baton? I don't know. Is that a song? Baton Rouge?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Baton Rouge. I have to be drunk for Neil Diamond. I have to be drunk for Neil Diamond. I mean,
I could barely take Neil Diamond even drunk. Just
Are you
saying.
talking about? Wait, hold on. Are you talking about sexual advancements or his music? I don't know. I might have to be
Music.
drunk for both.
Either or, whatever you're into, we don't judge.
It's raining diamonds. Oh man.
As Skinner once said, "This other man don't need you around." Directed right at Neil.
You have any particular music you like to go to when you're feeling down in the dumps?
Man, it's usually if I'm feeling down in the dumps and I'm a little sad, it's usually like 90s country, man, or like 90s love songs, or 90s country love songs, or R&B music.
Okay. All right.
Um, yeah, for instance, like Boys to Men, Jodeci, Tony Tone, even way back farther, like why the hell can I not think of the name of this damn band? Everybody went on and they were successful. Fucking Bobby Brown was in it. Bobby Brown.
Don't know off the top of my head. It's vaguely.
I know Mandy will yell at me.
Yeah. Fly to the Angels? What's Fly to the Angels?
Oh yeah, that's a good song. I mean, it's usually like somewhere in the 80s and 90s is where I end up if I'm in the dumps. New Edition. Okay. Thank you. Right. Sometimes I just enjoy listening to R&B music. I'm not in a sad mood, or 90s country music. I just enjoy listening to it. But it's go to if I'm down in the dumps.
Yeah, I my go-to currently in my life when I'm feeling down in the dumps is a group called Amigo the Devil. It's very macabre. It's like Amigo the Devil.
Oh yeah, you and I talked about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's very macabre. It's folkish, American folkish, but it's got a lot of like dark lyrics, murderous, suicidal, depressing. I'm using a lot of trigger words. Warning. Sorry.
Warning. YouTube.
Yeah, it's like I mean, there's homicidal lyrics. It's just one of those. It's just music I can get into that it matches my headspace at the time. I know that sounds weird, but it goes along. It goes along with like I'm for some reason I've always found comfort in horror. As weird as that sounds, and when it comes to like horror, and that's movies, that's music, that's comics, it's just horror in general. I've always found comfort in it. It's weird. I don't know why.
He said horror, not whores.
Horror. Not whores. Horrors. I do feel comfortable with some whores, but
sometimes they'll make you feel better when you're down in the dump.
Oh, it's New Edition. That's the name of the group in reference for New Edition because
Bobby Brown, Ralph. Yeah.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
They all came from that band.
Yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Thank you, Mandy. I knew Mandy would know.
So Sir Mix-a-Lot. Man, that's Baby good. Got Back.
That's like feel good. I'm about to have a good night. I'm about to have a good day. We're getting the Friday started.
I only listened to that one. He was a one-hit wonder in my eyes.
Yeah, he was.
But that was the first rap song that I remember my mom watching on MTV, and it was the funniest fucking moment in my life, or one of the funniest moments of my life. To watch my mom watch Baby Got Back on MTV was just fucking priceless. She loved it, dude. She laughed her ass off.
Yeah. Nice. That's fucking awesome. Yes, Sir Mix-a-Lot was a one-hit wonder, but he made a lot of fucking money off that shit. But that's another one of those songs. It's like Vanilla Ice, man. Ice Ice Baby.
Dude, that brings me. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, judge me if you will. If that comes on, you better damn well believe I'm cranking it up.
Oh yeah, and there is a song that the very beginning hook is almost the same as like an old, I think, Queen song, and it throws me a loop it throws me for a loop sometimes. But that brings
Mhm.
me back to when I lived in was it Texas? It was Texas, or no, it was Fort Knox. It was Fort Knox. So when I
Yeah.
lived in Fort Knox, it brought me back to Fort Knox, cruising with Ice Baby playing. Oh my God, I was that white kid. Fuck me.
There's songs like that. They're the guilty pleasure songs that just make you feel good.
Under pressure.
Yes, yeah, I loved when Queen tried to sue him, and he explained
That's
that,
the song.
yeah, Under Pressure. Yeah, when Queen tried to sue him, and he explained how his was different. That shit cracks me up. In that interview, it cracks me up every time because he's like, "There's this doom 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 doom," or whatever, and he's like, "And mine goes doom 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 doom," and there's just like a in there.
Oh,
But it
oh.
was enough. It was enough of a difference that they basically said, "Sorry, Queen, he didn't infringe."
He did not infringe. That guy, what's his name? Rip Van Winkle or some shit. He's got some weird name, his real name, but he's
Yeah, it
like,
is something Van Winkle.
yeah, I guess he still performs, but he's mostly into real estate and he's just a crazy person now.
He gets in on like the 90.
He did some collaborations late 90s, early 2000s, like ICP and shit. That
Yeah,
just was not right.
Robert Matthew Van
Robert
Winkle.
Van Winkle.
Yeah, Robert Van
There
Winkle.
we go. I was close. Rip
Um,
Van Winkle.
yeah,
Whatever.
pretty close. Now it's funny because
Rip Van My Winkle.
he dabbled in the world of like rock and heavy metal, and he's done like rock versions of Ice Ice Baby, which are fucking badass. But he became very successful in the home remodeling and flipping houses and real estate, and he had a reality show. The dude is good, man. The dude is good at what he does. But as of late, he's back out touring and like these old '90s nostalgia tours that they'll put like Salt and Pepper and Vanilla Ice and In Vogue and Sir Mix-a-Lot or whatever on a tour, and then they send him out and he's just like, you know, he's said in interviews there was a part of him that used to hate the Ice Ice Baby, the Vanilla Ice thing, but now he's learned to embrace it. And
Yeah.
yes, the ninja rap was great.
Yeah, I've listened to some interviews with him. It seemed like early in his career he was pushed in a directions that he really didn't want to, but that from my understanding. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I think he was somewhat a culture vulture, but that's a topic for another day. We're
Yeah.
here to talk about emotions and music.
Yeah. But yeah, those are like some of those guilty pleasure songs that just put you in a good mood. I know I have far too many that are they're embarrassing, but they are what they are. Like, you know, like I said, Ice Ice Baby, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Even one of my favorite songs that I can't help myself to dance and sing along to is that goddamn Barbie Girl song by Aqua. It gets me every time.
Oh,
Every damn
yes.
time.
I hear that. I will sing to it. I will.
Yeah.
I will be happy singing to it. I will do it in public. I don't care because I know deep down, in everybody's soul around me, they want to do it too.
And they're jealous because
I'll get somebody there to sing it with me though.
yeah, somebody. I remember I did it on my my original TikTok page that I had. I did it, and I was like, well, this is going to be thoroughly fucking embarrassing. But there's quite a few, both men and women, that both duetted it and had just as much fun doing it. They're like, I couldn't help myself. We seen you do it, and we had to duet it and do it with you because you were just having too much fun. And I'm like, you goddamn right.
I like that song because of its social commentary. That's why I liked about it. So that music, even though it's got a quirky lyrics and they're fun, the aesthetics of the music video and like laced within the lyrics, it had societal commentary on like the way we present ourselves.
Mhm.
Dude, wouldn't it though? Yeah, Sasquatch doing a full on fucking karaoke of Barbie Girl. Get that on video. That would be awesome.
maybe one Saturday night. We'll do a karaoke. We've dabbled in the world of karaoke on Saturday nights before. The problem is everybody's always game until the cameras come on, and this is before you, Blaze. I don't think we've attempted karaoke since you've come on board.
It's not a suggestion I'll bring up. I am not a karaoke person. I'm not. Yeah, I don't sit there like, yeah, and then the camera comes on and say no. I just will say no at all.
No. And then the last time we did it, I pissed Tony D off so bad because I read a rap song and he was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Right now, I was like, "What? I'm rapping," and I just read the lyrics.
Speaking of memes, I had set up to do memes this past Saturday, and that got railroaded, unfortunately. But hopefully, I might come back up on another Saturday sometime in the future. I don't know. Not this.
Yeah, I know. I was bummed because that's what I went to the replay for because I knew you were going to do that earlier, and I know there were some good ones, and I was like, "God damn it!"
I haven't even looked at the ones that I got memed on, except for one. I think Mandy did.
I think there was a couple of them. I have one that I'm trying to. Maybe it worked out in my. I'm trying to word it right for the Juggalo one, but I want to come across. Yeah, you gotta hit it just right so it hits home.
Maybe I'll pop up on a Saturday night for like 20 minutes or so just for memes, and then I'll bounce.
Just for memes.
Yeah, just for memes.
Let's take a just because I'm curious for you to hear this, but I would also like everybody else to hear it. And this is another one of those songs that came out of nowhere. This band Gorillaz, and I'm a fan of them, and a couple of their songs just really just kind of, I don't know, they just get my head bopping and get me in a good mood. And our good friends over at Kissin' Lilith, Gavin, did a cover of the Gorillaz' Clint Eastwood just not too long ago. And I think he killed it, much like he killed the Corey Taylor Tech 9 song that he did. What was that called? Wither.
Slither. That's a good song.
So this is like just Gavin playing with his vocals, doing this song. And I think he killed it. So we're going to take a real quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Cool.
Lying at bed, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not belong the future. It's coming on. Lying at bed, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not belong the future. It's coming on.
I thought you heard me coming down the stairs. I wasn't quiet about it.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now it's time for me, it's nothing cause I'm counting no wage. Now I couldn't be there, now you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs, and I'm under each snare. It's tangible, bet you didn't think so. I command you to panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose. All you different crews, shakes and dudes. Who you think is really kicking tunes? Picture you getting down in a picture tube, like a lit up fuse. You think it's fictional, mystical, maybe spiritual. Who appears at you a clearer view when you're too crazy. Life is a definition for what life is. Crisis in you because I'm picking on the hot shit like it. Gun smoking righteous with one token sidekick. I'm on this possess you with one night out there. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not belong. The future is coming on. Night out there. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not belong. The future. It's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, with your eye. You perceive with your mind, but that's the inner. So I'ma stick around with Ross and be a mentor. Plus a few rhymes, some other band. Remember where the thought is. Upon all this, so you can survive when law is lawless. Feeling sensation that you thought was dead. No squealing, remember that's on your head. Unhappy or feeling cloud of sunshine in a bag or useless, not belong the future. It's coming on. Unhappy or feeling cloud of sunshine in a bag or useless, not belong the future. It's coming on. 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 My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future.
Nice.
There we go. I like that. I thought he absolutely killed it.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, check them out at Kissing Lilith everywhere, man. You guys can find them. And if you are in the Ohio area or relatively close to Columbus, October 18th, they will be performing their first gig, I believe, at the High Spirits. It is the High Spirit Art and Music Festival in the Warehouse District, downtown Columbus. So,
When is this?
October 18th.
Ah, damn it! I can't make it that weekend. I got a thing in Louisville to go to. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to
I'm doing a little bit of photojournalism on that weekend.
Nice. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going
I just hope I don't get arrested. it's during a protest. So.
Oh yeah, try not to get arrested. Mandy, I did not know that the lead singer of the Gorillaz was also the lead singer of Blur.
Yeah, that's yeah, I just brought that up. That's some nice little info right there. It's cool.
Nice little
trivia.
You know, yeah, little did you know? I'm going to reach out to the guys and see if they are available to come up here in the next couple weeks so we can talk about some of the new stuff they got going on, but specifically that show. I'm going to try to get up there to at least see them perform and then come back on. Like I said, I believe the kids are here.
Okay.
Shit, maybe I'll take the kids with me.
I think that would be awesome, actually.
Well, you guys are going to see a fucking concert?
Dude, hell yeah. I think they should bring, especially punk concerts, should come back all ages. So good punk concerts, not the Red Laces.
Yeah. So anywho, yeah, we were talking about music and how it affects us mentally, physically, and it does have that physical effect on us, and emotionally and all that stuff. We were talking nostalgia and our guilty pleasures. It's funny how those songs, no matter, like, even if I'm in a bad mood, I could hear one of those, like Barbie Girl or Ice Ice Baby or one of the other various songs. I could be in a bad mood or I could be down in the dumps, and just hearing that, like that first couple beats, and you know what's coming, kind of picks me up and brings me up out of my funk.
So if I were in a real bad mood and somebody put on Ice Ice Baby, I would probably chuck whatever's being played on. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, I like that song when I'm in a happy, goofy mood. But if I'm in a pissy mood, that's one of the last songs I want to play.
Nice.
Like, that shit'll piss me. That'll annoy me even more. And it's weird. I don't know why. I'm not in the mood to listen to like crap like that, I guess.
Speaking
like
of that,
for me, music is sort of a mood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll hate something unless I'm in the mood for it. Like, I hate Ice Ice Baby, but I love it at the same time sometimes.
Yeah, I get that. You have to be in the mood.
Yeah.
You have to 100% be in the mood for certain things. I get that. But is there music for you that if you're, whether you're angry, upset, or down in the dumps or whatever, is there a type of music that you could throw on that'll swing that mood around for you?
Yes, there is. And I for some reason, as much as I tell myself I've outgrown these fucking two stupid clowns, I will still sometimes go back to listen to them, especially their old school shit. Because the whimsicalness I like I said, I enjoy the horror aspect, the comedy aspect,
Yeah.
the of those guys, the comic book aspect of their music. So it puts me in a happy mood because I can laugh with it. Some of their lyrics are just funny. And
yeah,
it's
I can say, not being a fan of those two goofy ass clowns, some of their older stuff, like the dating game, it just makes me laugh.
It's funny. It's
every damn
fucking
time
hilarious.
I'm like, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
But I'm laughing my ass
Yeah.
off.
Right. So on one of their CDs, Bizarre, they came out with a double release one year called Bizarre.
Mhm.
And each album, Bizarre, is spelled different. One has one Z, the other one has two R's or something like that.
Oh, okay.
One of the albums, I can't remember which one, has a Eminem diss track on it. And it's you know it's about him. Back in the day, they had big beefs with
Oh yeah, they had beef. Everybody knows that. That's no secret.
But and Eminem is pretty good at returning shit like that to people. He's pretty fucking good at it. But for some reason, ICP has done a great job that he does go after them sometimes. Not anymore. This is in the past.
Yeah, this is
but ICP is one of those groups that's been able to get away with dissing Eminem pretty good. Anyway, they got a diss track of Eminem on one of the Bizarre CDs. Just absolutely 100% fucking hilarious. The shit they throw down on that track will just make you fucking laugh.
Yeah, just laugh.
Oh man, like busting a nut in like one of his socks or something like that, and he puts it on. It's just the way he writes that shit, the way Jay wrote that shit was hilarious.
It's
so like,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so if I'm feeling in a shitty mood and I'm trying to make myself happy, I'll put on some ICP or something within that genre. Something usually within that genre.
Mm-hmm.
Something closely adjacent to the clowns.
No, I get that. Now, I like for me, and I know this is another one of those things where people are like, "Really, you like that? You like that style of music?" I'm like, I love it, and I can just listen to it just to listen to it. Reggae music does that for me. If I'm aggravated or irritated or whatever about something, reggae music can flip my mood right now. Like if I'm aggravated and I don't want to be, you know what I mean? And I just want to get out of my funk that I'm in. Reggae music just instantly just turn my mood around.
I can see that. I don't think there's any aggressive reggae music. I don't think that's
really.
I think reggae music is in mood enlightening freaking music. I 100% agree.
Chill vibes, having a good time. Like, yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Give me the Bob Marley station on Spotify or on YouTube Music, wherever you listen to your music, and you don't get just Bob Marley, you get everybody. And I'm happy as a pig and shit at the end of the day.
I like Ziggy Marley. He's one of his sons.
I'm a big fan of Ziggy.
Ziggy's got some good shit out there.
Mm-hmm. I've said it before. When I lived out in Charleston, this is one thing I miss. One of the many things that I miss about being down in Charleston is the parks. During the summer, they did reggae nights, and it was like the first and third Friday of every month in the summer. It ran from like June to the end of September, I believe, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, I looked forward to those nights every year when I was down there. When I first discovered, because a lot of local talent, a lot of independent artists, and then they would also bring in. They've had Bob Marley's sons there. They've had Ziggy there. You know, they've actually brought in some really big names in the reggae world, and it's a free concert. And you know, everybody there's having a good time. A lot of people are having a real good time.
Oh yeah, you go to a reggae concert, there's gonna be plenty of weed smoking there.
Yeah,
guarantee, Pepper.
And that was the cool thing. That was one of the one of the few concert experiences that I've had when I go to those where there was like no fights, there was no drama, there was no craziness. Yeah, almost every concert. I'm not saying that I was involved with it, but it was going on around me. You know what I mean? Somebody was getting into a fight or there was arguments or whatever. But man, never at reggae nights. Everybody was just feeling the music and happy. But yeah, that's that one style of music. If I want to get out of a funk, I'll put it on, just sit down, sit outside, sit on my couch, whatever, drink a couple beers, and just let all that negativity and all that bullshit just wash away.
You know what? If you really want to enhance your reggae listening experience, switch the beer out for some weed, man.
just dabble. Come on, Glick. You know you want to.
Get high and hear the music, man.
Yeah. I'm good. Unfortunately, employers frown upon that. So,
well, you're in Ohio. You would think there'd be less employees that would test for weed.
They are getting more and more lenient on it. Some companies, because they've gone to this new rapid test that can tell if you're under the influence of anything. I guess. I
think instead of like it being in your system, they know you're actually high.
Yeah, they can tell. Like if it's kind of like how if you take a breathalyzer or a blood alcohol blood test when you've been drinking. I don't know how it works or how it does it, but I know we had them when I was at Abercrombie because we would have to drug test people if they got into an accident or they hurt themselves.
A clothing store?
No, I worked at the DC's.
Clothing store?
I worked at the DC's in the
that makes sense. Okay.
Headquarters. Yeah, I was in the warehouses. Yeah, nobody's driving forklifts in a clothing store. If they are, we've got a lot more issues than whether or not they're on drugs. But no, I from my understanding, I guess they're out there, and I think that if you're in a state where it is legal across the board, you should be a little bit more lenient because I can come home and drink a 6-pack after work and still go to work the next day and be okay.
Well, I know some states that's been legal for a while, like Colorado and Oregon. Over time, employers were pretty much socially pressured into changing because they weren't able to hire anyone. As the state legalized it, jobs were like still pushing the whole "I don't care," and the citizens were like, "Oh, we don't care about you either." And employers weren't able to hire people, so they had to change their ways. And I think that was a good thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's, like I said, it's the same as me coming home after work and drinking a 6-pack, and then coming to work the next morning. As long as you're not doing it at work or on the clock, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah,
I've worked jobs in the civilian sector where there was an alcoholic on the clock, and it was everybody knew about it. The boss knew about it. Nobody gave a shit. They go to lunch, get drunk, come in, drink at work. Nobody gave a shit. It's like, what? And then I come in high one time. Josh, are you high? A little bit. What the fuck, man? It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck. Oh man, like Twisted Sister said, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it.
Yeah, that's a good. That song gets me pumped up. That's a song that will get me pumped up.
Yeah,
I like that.
D. Snyder, Twisted Sister, let's go. Speaking of which, there's any Twisted Sister fans out there. D said it was never going to happen again, that they were not going to put the band back together. They were not going to go on the road again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they're going back on the road again.
Your mortgages got higher.
No, they're celebrating Jesus.
That's in Christmas. That's around Christmas time, ain't it?
What's that?
Celebrating Jesus? You said celebrating Jesus. I was like, that's like in December, isn't it?
They're not celebrating Jesus. I think it's some kind of like milestone anniversary from their first album. So they're doing a whole bunch of pre-selected dates, and D was like, "Yeah, I got to kind of swallow my words." I said I wasn't going to do it. But here we are. We're doing it. They're going back on the road. So that's awesome. Any Twisted Sister fans out there, be on the lookout. They might be coming to a town, city near you. I know that would be a ticket that I would love to pay for and see them. I'm a big fan of D. Snyder in general, whether it be his music or his directing or acting or any of that stuff kind of across the board. I'm a fan of him.
Directing. What has he directed? I know he has been in the movie business, but nothing comes to my head.
I believe he did a movie, and it's a wild movie. I believe it's called Strangeland. Yeah, it's got D. Snyder, Robert Englund, who played Freddy.
That sounds familiar now. Okay, that sounds familiar. It's like what, early 2000s, 90s, or some shit like that?
Yeah, 98. It's a horror suspense movie.
Okay. God, I'm gonna have to watch that. It's been a while. Now that you read who's all in, I'm like, oh shit, Robert Englund. Yep, I remember that. It's been.
Yeah, he acted in it. He didn't direct it, but he also did the soundtrack. D. Snyder's Strange. He did the soundtrack to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what has, because he's got a no, that's not what I want. And he's made a ton of.
We don't. I can dig through IMDb.com.
Yeah, he's done a ton of cameos. I was trying to. I know there was something right off the top of my head. I can't think of it, but he's done a ton of cameos. But nonetheless,
I didn't know he's directed anything. That's what I really wanted to check.
Yeah, I think he's done a couple things. I think low budget, like B/C rated, whatever. But nonetheless. I did just hear that the other day on the radio that they were going back on the road, and that reminded me, because that is Twisted Sister is another one of those bands that gets me kind of hyped up and pumped up when I listen to.
I can only, that one song is the only one that pops in my head. We're not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
my guilty pleasure groups it always puts me in a good mood. The presidents of the United States of America. Fucking Little Balloon Dune Buggy Buggy in my hand. I love that song. I love that whole album. Lump or whatever it's called.
Lump.
Fucking awesome. It's like they're still making music, man. I know they're like a niche band. They're not like famous, but I've always, because they had those whimsical lyrics that were fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they had meaning, and it was good. I like the whole aesthetics and everything. So
yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
it's if you're not like, if you don't like read into what they're saying or the lyric. I'm a big fan of lyrics. I love lyrics and music. But if you don't read into them, or like you said, you don't dive too deep into it, it's good music that's going to make you go, yeah, this puts me in a good mood. You know what I mean?
Oh no, even diving into the lyrics, like, not Lump is actually a depressing song. It doesn't come off that way, but if you read the lyrics, it's a fucked up song. But but like some of their other stuff, like Little Dune Buggy, is really fun. Puts me in a good mood. Just off that album is that one.
There's Peaches. I think that's the name of it. Peaches.
Peaches about a breakup, if I remember right. No, there's one that a cat scratch or something like that. A kitty at my foot and I want to touch it. That's the one. I like that one too. That's a good song. Yeah. Meow, 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 meow.
Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang is another one that just makes me just go.
Yes, I love the Bloodhound Gang, dude. Some of their shit's hilarious, man. That shit'll put you in a good mood. I'll rock that shit. I'll rock some of that shit, and it puts people in a cringe mood. They're like, "What are we listening to right now? What is this?"
Yeah,
Chasing Lane. What is this?
Wait a minute. What did he just say?
You know what's funny is I remember listening to Bloodhound Gang for a little bit in high school when that music video came out,
Mhm.
and I never really got into them until years later. I actually listened to the whole album. I'm in the Air Force by this time, sitting in my room, drunk off my ass, laughing my ass off. I was like, why did I not listen to this whole thing in high school? What was wrong with me? So,
Nice.
and Kate.
Are there any bands that you look back on now that you listen to that you're like, man, why didn't I start listening to these guys sooner, or anything like that?
No, not really. I mean, I joked around with Bloodhound Gang just a little bit. Not really. I think we find the music when we find it. I mean, that's one thing I like about music. It's timeless.
Yeah.
You can always rediscover it, discover it for the first time. It can be something that's been out for decades. It's just, yeah. I've never told myself, man, why was I listening to them back in high school or, decades ago or whenever? It's like, I just wasn't there. I look back on my music influences and what I listened to time periods in my life that prior to me moving out, like joining the Air Force and stuff, a lot of my music influences from my dad.
Mhm.
My dad and friends, a lot of my friends, like right there the last couple of years of high school. So I got in a lot of like grunge alternative rock. And then when I got into the military, I started to more punk rock influences like Bloodhound Gang, No Effects, a lot of that shit. That's when I got into like listening to because I had watched that my first duty station was in Utah, and so I was stationed there from 98, 97 to like 99, almost 2000. I PCS up to Alaska, and I watched that movie Salt Lake City Punk, and that really got me. I was like, I don't know any of these groups that he's talking about. And I really wanted to learn, about the punk scene. And I had a friend in the military. He was a punk guy. And he kind of like showed me some music, and we sit there and listen to it and all that good shit. You never regretted a band, Blaze? Not really, not really. Never regretted one. There's bands I don't listen to for some whatever reason. I don't regret. ICP for Blaze. We've already covered that. But
I think.
you good.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh yeah. So I mean, so that's when I really sort of explore punk music, and around that time is when I also ran into an old friend, Datko, and he's the one that turned me on to ICP. So it was like I started listening to punk and Insane Clown Posse about the same time. So like really into it mostly. So.
Absolutely, Wally. I got your back, brother. Always. Not even a question, man. I think for me, and one of the biggest bands that I slept on, and now I absolutely love them, was Slipknot. I would not listen to them back in the day, and it wasn't until Corey branched out and did Stone Sour, the band Stone Sour, and I was like, damn, this motherfucking dude can actually sing. Like, he's got a voice on him. So let me go back and and then Slipknot came out with a couple new songs and a new album, and I started listening to that, and I said, let me dive into this band, and I was several years behind, and I knew, and I was like, God, I can't believe I slept on these guys for so fucking long. Because that dude could, like I said, the dude could sing. The band is amazing, and seeing them in concert just really makes you really appreciate them as a band and as an artist and as songwriters and musicians and whatnot. It's wild. But yeah, I definitely slept on them, and Corey Taylor and Slipknot. They're definitely on the spectrum of music that I listen to in a bad mood, feeling down or angry or whatever. They run the whole gambit in that world. because they do dive into a little bit of everything and a lot of mental health related songs that they do. So
I can honestly say I never really got into Slipknot. Hardcore rock like that has never really been my forte. So,
I never really, for me,
and it's weird because there's a lot of horror in it, and you would think, oh, it's horror. Like I'd rather listen to Mushroom Head. But I think have you ever been all right, back when you were younger and you were listening to music, you ever you ever get into those band beefs, like I don't listen to them because they don't like this person or blah 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 or stupid shit like that, or band falling outs, and you ever had you don't like something about a group, so you refuse to listen to it. You don't want to give them any money, basically.
What's up, Wally? By the way, sorry, we're not being rude.
What's happening, boys?
Yeah, I think I've always been like that. I think I've always been like that with U2. Not that they make bad music, but they all kind of come across like pretentious pricks.
Oh, I think they are absolutely.
Yeah, like
I absolutely think they are.
I don't like U2 just because the way they come across. Like I just kind of want to throw a brick at you.
They come off as elitists.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Bono does. Bono absolutely does. He does. I get that. I don't listen to U2 either.
But yeah, there's not many bands. I know like a lot of people are like, I'm not going to listen to Pink Floyd because Roger Waters is a douche. And it's like,
so back in the day, this is when I was a huge ICP fan. Slipknot had an issue with ICP's fan base, so there was some backlash that I got from people that were Slipknot fans back in the day. They were called maggots or some shit like that, and so there was that stupid beef back in the day. And so I was like, well, fuck you, I guess. I don't want to listen to them, so I did, and I have listened to them since then, of course, but.
Well, another band that was that way, Guns N' Roses, after the whole Slash and Axl Rose bullshit falling out that they had with Guns N' Roses, was a big deal. I still listen to them even after they kicked Axl out. I mean, they did some pretty good music, but yeah, there was a lot back in that day where a lot of people did the Guns N' Roses. We're not going to listen to them because either Slash ain't part of the band or Axl's not part of it, and I still listen to them. Didn't jump on that, the hate for them.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to all that band beef and group beefs and shit, like I don't bother with that shit anymore. Like,
Blaze, back to what you were talking about. It's still there's still some old school ICP and Slipknot fans that still go. On the Slipknot page I follow, they still go back and forth with the whole juggalos and the maggot shit, and it's like, guys, it's fucking done and over with. Corey's already made his peace with everybody, and it's done.
And the thing is, it's not a lot of times. It's not even the bands that really do it. It's the fan base. And I think it just gets.
That's pretty much what it is.
It has that tribal it's tribalism. And I'm so off with my fucking tribalism.
Right. Well, and since we're talking that. There was a big beef, too, between the original members of GWAR when Slipknot came out. They're like, oh, they're copying us and this and everything else. It actually started a beef between both the bands because of the way they designed their mask and shit. There was a
GWAR thought they were Slipknot was trying to be like them.
Yep.
That is so weird because your stage presence and performance are so not the same.
Right.
Yes,
well, it was the mask layouts that they did was more than anything. It was like their face covers, not the whole outfit. It was like majority of the mask times and shit. They were they actually had a beef over
Kiss
that
coming
ordeal.
out, and that's like Kiss coming out and having beef over ICP because of the black and white face paint.
But yeah, it was back there for a while. Yeah, it was in the late 90s when that crap was going on when we were still in school and shit. I was listening to them and seeing it where it was actually brought up on the radio station of Blitz one time about it, that they heard that there was beef between all this shit. And I'm like, damn.
That's that's a hidden emotional influence by music is like when you get into it in the fan base and you take on the tribalism aspect of it. That can that can influence your behavior, especially when you're in that group of people. I can
Oh yeah,
see that.
100%. I mean,
Like when
obviously, you see it.
shows get canceled.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you see it with just the Juggalos or the Deadheads, the Deadheads that used to follow the Grateful Dead. I mean, they were very heavily influenced by their music, their style, the Parrot Heads, Jimmy Buffett, like just. Hey, I mean, again, that's another way that music and artists influence their fans, and then they get that almost cult-like following.
Yeah,
Kiss fans are
Yep.
like that too.
It is a cult like following, and I witnessed that shit when I was an ICP fan. I never got into it that deep. I've always kept a line somewhere in the sand where I didn't go that far into it. I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is some like cults like followings when it comes to some of these groups for over the years. Deadheads, Fish has it, Juggalos is another one. Just about almost a lot of those big groups have a following like that. Not all. I'm trying to think of some more. I know there's more out there. Just off the top of my head, I can't think of.
Yeah.
Well, another beef. Metallica, Megadeth.
Oh, I don't want to talk about too much about beefs, but
No, I try not to let musicians' beliefs or outside of the music antics sway me one way or another. If I like the music, I like the music.
separate the artist from the art.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. There are artists like that I do that with. Then there are artists that, because of what they've done or said, when I hear their music, that's all I have to stop listening to it.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's like, after a period of time, it's like I can separate the artist and the art again, and then I can just listen to some of the art. But it depends. It really it's not a line in the sand thing. It varies depending on what the action was, who is it. It's just a lot of different factors. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A whole lot of the factors.
What about music that hasn't aged well? You listen to shit back in the fucking early '90s and shit. Then you listen to it now, and culturally, it just has not aged well. You're like, oh my god, it's so cringe. I mean, that's an emotion. Like, there's some music that has not aged well. And it's like, oh my god, I was listening to that at that age. What the fuck was wrong with me?
Oh yeah, there's a lot out there like that for me.
I can't listen to Blood Sugar Sex Magic album without thinking of a cat's fucking.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. So, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sex Magic was my first CD I owned, and I remember listening to the first night I put it on. I got it for my birthday, so this was decades ago. So anyway, I was listening to it, and I remember sitting there listening to it. I'm like, this is an awesome album. And for some reason that night, for almost all night, there was two cats out there fucking outside my window. When cats fuck, they're not quiet about it.
Yes,
so it ruined the first time I listened to that CD. Those fucking cats. So, boy bands didn't age well. You're absolutely right. They have not aged well.
No.
The boy bands, you look at them now, you're like, oh my god, they're like dad bods. It's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah, those teenage girls and high school girls that were losing their minds over these boy bands. They still go to the concerts, just now they're 40-year-old moms.
You're welcome, Andy. You're welcome.
No, some of you talk about the cringe being an emotion. Some of the songs that we used to listen to, like back in the day, like some of the songs that had over sexualized lyrics in them, we listen to them as adults and go, shit. We were going to school dances, 7th, 8th grade, dances, and this music was being played.
Mm-hmm. Some of those old schools kind of excludes the idea of consent. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. 50 Cent, Candy Shop, prime example.
I don't even remember all the lyrics of that one, but that might be one of them. But there's various songs like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Flow Rider had Let Me Blow Your Whistle.
50 Cent with Magic Stick.
50 Cent had Candy Shop and
Fiona Apple. What's cringe about Fiona Apple now? I never listened to her. I would have to go listen to her shit.
Yeah,
there's some groups. There's some groups that has aged well though. Some of their songs still apply today.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of punk music. I think
oh yeah.
Just here to stay. So
no, 100%. Yeah, no, yeah, like I said, man, there's some music, and yeah, I'm trying to think of anything specific that I can look back on and go, oh, that didn't age so well.
Some of Bloodhound Gang shit didn't age very well.
Well, yeah, the style of it's like 2 Live Crew. There you go, 2 Live Crew. Some of their stuff.
Yeah, that's another one. Too short. Too short.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to re-listen to Funky Cole Medina now.
Right.
I have a feeling I need to re-listen to that song and analyze it.
Another one to re-listen to now. Also, another one, and you really pay attention now that we're older, is Lenny Kravitz's "American Woman." I mean, it's like, oh yeah, okay.
That was a remake of. Wasn't that a remake of?
I don't know. I don't remember that song being cringy though.
It was
but like,
I
don't remember everything from what I listened to back in the day. Let's bring back some Brass Monkey too. Brass Monkey, that funky monkey, some Beastie Boys. Brass Monkey was I think a term used for crack baby or some shit like that, or heroin baby. Can't remember what Brass Monkey meant.
Jesus.
I'm guessing. What does brass?
That's tiptoeing the line.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so far off. Brass Monkey is most famously part of a phrase, cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey, which describes extremely cold weather. The origins of the phrase is debated, but a leading theory suggests it comes from the idea that a brass monkey is a cold metal figurine that would shrink and cause something else to fall or spill in the cold, though the explanations exist, including the nautical theory of brass plate to hold cannonballs. Interesting. That's not what I thought it meant. Oh no, what is Brass Monkey Beastie? Okay, so Brass Monkey and Beastie Boys, it was a drink. A simple drink with rum, vodka, and orange juice. I knew it was something drug related. I didn't know my camera turned off.
Yeah, it just kicked off. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Andy. The guess who did it originally in the 70s.
What's that?
American Woman.
American Woman. I don't know the lyrics, so I'm not going to sing it.
I would have to think about it. But no, that's the great thing about music in general, man. It really does. No matter our mood, it has a way to help us deal with things, guide us sometimes, but it also can influence the hell out of us. Like, share, and subscribe, bitches. But it can 100% influence the hell out of us. The way we act, the way it's another thing artists do. They influence the way we dress. I'm talking to you, Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit, and all the goddamn red New York Yankee hats that everybody had because you wore one, or even
I purposely would not buy certain clothes because of shit like that.
Yeah, or some rappers in the 90s and stuff who, like Chingy and even Nelly, they wore clothes that were 7 sizes too big. And I'd like to thank you for that, because being a big guy, all the big guy clothes were gone because everybody was buying clothes that were 4 sizes too big.
What about fucking Crisscross in their backwards clothes? That was
Mm-hmm. Then you had
Tom Green came out with Backwards Man.
Then you had Master P and the No Limit Soldiers was always wanting to have the big bling necklaces and shit.
Flava Flav and the fucking clock.
Oh,
you had Eye Patch. Was it Eye Patch from Salt and Pepper? Was that the group? One of them had an eye patch. That was a style thing some people would do because of that. Yeah.
Nelly had the Band-Aid under his eye.
The Band-Aid too, yes.
And Blaze, I know you're a fan of the punk music and stuff like that. Don't tell me that didn't influence the way people dressed. I mean, there was a whole style if you were into punk music, you know.
One thing I never made a quote unquote battle vest, but that's a huge thing in the punk world that people will make a battle vest, and it's like a cut off jean jacket or leather jacket, or they stick safety pins and patches and just like anti-establishment slogans and etc. etc. Yeah, all punk bands. You usually see somebody in a punk band wearing their battle vest or whatever it's called. Yeah. My nephew, he's getting into punk and he's making his right now. I remember one of my kids making one of theirs when they were in punk.
Yeah,
I never did, but what's up?
I don't think that
Lisa Left Eye. That's it. Lisa Left Eye Lopez
from TLC.
I don't know. It's all blurred.
She was the L in TLC.
Yep.
A lot of my 90s time frames. There's some blurriness there. I drank. I did do drugs.
Yeah, late 90s.
Look, I remember you used to get on me on my ass about in football because I'd go from NWA to Garth Brooks back to different shit. You're like, will you just pick a damn music and listen to it? It just, like you said, it just depended on the mood and what you wanted to be in. I mean, and that was the time for the music. Yeah,
exactly. But I want to go ahead and get ready and wrap this bad boy up. So, yeah, like I was saying, man, it definitely mentally, physically, the way we dress, music has effects on us. It's going to affect us and affect our moods. You know, no matter what you're doing, you have a certain style of music that you want to listen to.
Yeah, I'll bring it up real quick. The last month, Slayer, Megadeth, some dark metal music has been my best friend right at the moment. So,
right, I feel that. You know, I do feel that. Been there before. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the show, sometimes when I get angry and I just want to let some frustrations out, I like the gangster rap.
Oh
yeah, which. I do not look like the type of guys to go listen to that music, but I do.
Oh, yeah.
No, so yeah, that's the great thing about music. You know, it's an art form that we can all appreciate. We can all, for the most part, agree on. And it's something that's there. It's something that's always going to be there for us. Enjoy what you enjoy, like what you like. Don't worry about what other people think about your taste in music, because it's your taste.
Yep.
You know, if you don't like the fact that I listen to a certain type of music when I'm in a mood, well, you don't have to listen. Walk away.
It's cool. It's cool. What up, cool?
Guys, before we jump out of here, Wally, you want to add anything before we take off or not?
Well, I mean, I am going to be taking a little hiatus. Other than that, I mean, just keep following, listen to your music, enjoy it. Like Glick said, just don't let anybody influence you on your choice of music and stuff. It's your style, your life. Enjoy what you enjoy and just have fun with it.
Guides and reminds me. I can stand behind what you're saying. Cool Whip. I think a lot of people can say music has saved their life. Lord knows it. Lord knows it saved mine on a few occasions.
There's been music that's actually heightened there was a time I was pretty suicidal, and there was some music that would actually exacerbate that feeling. I had to stop listening to some of that stuff for a little while.
Oh yeah, music can absolutely have a negative effect on you. I mean, I had J Devil on here last week, and he's a singer songwriter, and he flat out said if it hadn't been for his music, he would have been long gone.
Yeah.
So, Blaze, you got anything you want to add before we
Man, yeah, get high, hear music, and I'll see y'all Thursday.
Thursday, bright and early. Thursday morning.
Yeah, we're talking. Michael and I are going to talk the hollow moon theory.
You're going to talk what?
The hollow moon theory. I don't know. I gotta do my homework.
Definitely going to have to Google that, and I'm also going to have to make sure I watch the replay of that if I can't listen to it live. Because now you've piqued my curiosity.
He piqued my curiosity with that too. He's sitting there telling me about it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to look into this. I don't believe any of it, but I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Guys, don't forget to check out the rest of the shows. We do have a lot of things here for you guys to check out. As Wally said, he's going to go on a little break for Mondays and Thursdays for a little while. Hopefully you'll get situated and we'll get you back here soon. I know Blaze and I have slightly kind of briefly talked about maybe popping up randomly and filling those voids and doing random things, whether it's solo stuff or we drag other members in or other friends in or whatever. But we'll try to fill those voids as best as we can so we can bring you guys live content. But Tuesdays, obviously, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be working on getting some more guests, Glick's House of Music. Tuesday mornings, you guys get started about 10 a.m., right?
Yep,
10 a.m. Tuesday and Thursday mornings, Chronic Contemplations with Blaze and Michael. Check it out. They're up bright and early, having a good time. Make you think.
Well,
sometimes make you think. Sometimes make you like.
10 a.m. is more like bright and late morning. Let's be honest.
Slightly bright and a little bit late in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they'll make you think, they'll make you laugh. Oh my, a trolley. That still makes me laugh.
Oh my. Oh no.
Yeah.
On the first track, you have blah blah blah. Trolley experiments are fun.
Yeah, trolleys are fun. Wednesdays is the Wild Card Wednesday show. It's Wild Card Wednesday. You never know what's going to happen. Blaze is taking a hiatus or a permanent hiatus from that, so it'll be me, Michael, and Britt, and we'll be bouncing around from host to host. We might bring in some guests from time to time. Friday nights, Nonsense and Show with Blaze and Michael doing their movie thing, talking all things.
So for mental health exhaustion reasons, there's no more trivia nights. I'm sorry, but we all saw what happened Friday. Yeah. I'm not gonna shy away from it. But with that being said, I want to apologize for my behavior that night. That wasn't. I know where it came from, but I'm not gonna go into it. Just know this: we're gonna do something else. Me and Michael are gonna talk about it. We don't know. Sure. I have a couple ideas. I like the idea of having people up once a month to talk movies. Mm-hmm. The trivia aspect was a way to bring people together. I still like the idea of trivia, but not in a function like that. I have some ideas. I want to do a panel discussion more often with movies, maybe with keep it interesting. That's all. I don't want to go too deep. What happened to Glick? Oh no. Glick lost his stuff. Glick has been having technical difficulties all night. There he is. He's coming back.
Blaze ran me over with the trolley.
So, anyway, I'm done.
You're good, man. But just because one door closes, another door might open for trivia down the road. We'll see. And then I'll.
And that's. I was gonna save this for Friday, but one of the reasons why I like trivia from the aspect of coming up with the questions, because I got to do research. I like doing that kind of stuff. So I kind of want to incorporate that somehow, because I fucking love doing that shit.
Well, I may hit you up, because I have been thinking about it for a while, and it takes a little bit of stress off me trying to book guests. I mean, we have the Glick and Blaze mixtape, which I love fucking doing this. I think this is one of our better ideas, you and I getting together and doing this mixtape show. But also another way to kind of take the stress off of me trying to find guests is maybe doing music trivia every once in a great while.
Every great once in a while is a good idea.
Not every month, but maybe like every couple months, or like every 2 or 3 months or something like that.
Once every 6 months.
Like, I mean, down the road, we might bring movie trivia back.
Yeah. But Blaze has always done a fantastic job with his trivia, with his questions, and you know, if I can bring it back and I can get Blaze behind the scenes doing some music trivia stuff, then, you know, and that's something that him and I will discuss, and we'll dabble with that down the road. We'll see. Because I am a huge fan of what you do with the trivia and how you do it. So, but anywho, so check out the Nonsense and Chill on Friday. Saturdays, Nonsensical Nonsense. Saturday nights, we open the doors. We let all you crazy fuckers come hang out with us. I don't know what I was thinking, but it turned out to be a pretty good idea. And then Sundays, we wrap the week up with a little Unnecessary Roughness. That's myself, Rick, and sometimes our lawyer, Derek Wayne, former guest of this show, and musician, Derek Wayne Douglas. We're talking all things football, a little foosball for you guys during the football season, and hopefully here before long. I don't know if he's still interested in it or not. I got to get with him, but hopefully before here long, maybe Cash's Corner will be coming back every other Saturday. I think that train's kind of left the track.
Hold on, say that again.
Cash's Corner. I think Cash is about her. I don't know. I want to see. I've talked to him a couple times that he says he wants to do it, and then when it comes time to do it, he's like, I want to go outside with my friends. And I'm like, I can't be mad at you, kid. You know, go outside with your friends.
Fair enough.
So we'll see what happens with that. But make sure you guys give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. Like we've said tonight, man, music's going to guide us. Music's going to influence us. Music's going to help us. It's always going to be there for you, no matter what your mood is.
Guides and reminds.
Yeah, guides and reminds. Like Blaze says, get high, hear music.
Yeah, get high, hear music.
And with that being said, as always, be good. Or be good at it, motherfuckers. Hit these buttons and get the flock out of here.
Nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football clashes, touchdowns, epic plays. New spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds of tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban grooves, rhythm from the street. Nonsensical network, always on repeat.